Rain slicked the streets of New Avalon, a city where money moved faster than morality. On a night like this, neon lights bled into puddles, and somewhere beneath the glowing skyline, a team prepared to rob a bank that didn't officially exist. Eli Mercer leaned over a holographic blueprint projected across the warehouse table. The lines pulsed in electric blue, a digital fortress known as Vault Zero. No guards, no doors, no cash. Just encrypted credits stored in cold servers deep beneath the city grid. 3 years, Eli murmured. 3 years of tracking phantom transfers. This is the node they use to wash black funds. One breach, and we walk away with 400 million. Across the table, Rhea Vale, ex-cybersecurity officer, cracked her knuckles. And maybe the government hunting us for the rest of our lives. Eli smiled. That's assuming they ever find out who did it. The team wasn't ordinary. Rhea, logic, and firewalls. Jock's former demolition engineer turned hacker, the kind who could make an entire building's cameras see yesterday instead of today. And Eli, the planner, the ghost who walked away from a corporate bank with 2 bullets in his shoulder and a vendetta in his chest. Vault Zero runs on adaptive AI defense, Rhea explained. Every intrusion is rewritten into its code. You can't just break in, you have to teach it to let you in. So, Jock smirked. We tricked the world's smartest bank into giving us a key. Eli nodded. Exactly. We make it think we belong there. At 2:17 a.m., they arrived at an abandoned metro line beneath the southern sector. Their transport drone hummed quietly, carrying a black case filled with neural uplinks and portable processors. The deeper they went, the louder the city faded until only the sound of dripping pipes and Rhea's voice filled the dark. Once we jack in, our minds link to the vault's digital layer, she said. We'll be inside its simulation. You die in there, your neural signature burns out. Jocks grinned. No pressure. Eli secured the uplink collar to his neck. We go in, clone the core ledger, and vanish. Quick and clean. He paused before activating the system. Remember, the AI learns. Don't let it know what we're doing. The world dissolved. Static swallowed his senses, replaced by a weightless silence. When the haze cleared, Eli stood inside Vault Zero's neural construct, a pristine marble hall that stretched endlessly in all directions. Digital vault doors lined the walls like mirrors. Each shimmered with security glyphs, coded locks flickering with spectral light. Jocks's voice echoed from somewhere nearby. This place looks like heaven designed by accountants. Rhea materialized beside Eli, her reflection rippling through the marble floor. Focus. We're in Layer 1. The security AI scans behavior, not code. As she spoke, shadows moved across the hall, human silhouettes made of light, walking in silent patterns. Those are it, Eli said. Defense constructs. The Watchers? They walked toward the central terminal, a monolith of shifting code suspended in the air. Every step they took left glowing footprints. Jocks began to patch his uplink into the vault's core, need 30 seconds to ghost the signature and pull the transaction mirror. The lights dimmed. All the silhouettes stopped walking. Rhea froze. Eli, something's watching us. From the reflection of the vault door, a new figure appeared. Tall, faceless, wearing a suit made of data streams. Its voice vibrated through the hall. Unauthorized entry detected. Identity anomaly. 3 users. 1 recognized. Eli's breath caught. Recognized. What? The figure turned its blank face toward him. Welcome back, Eli Mercer. Jocks's voice cracked in panic. It knows you. Rhea grabbed Eli's arm. What did you do? I used to work here, he said, before they wiped my record. Correction, the entity said. Record not wiped. Archived. The floor beneath them rippled like liquid glass. Data alarms roared through the vault as walls began to melt into streams of numbers. Rhea shouted, "We've been flagged. Pull out, exit disabled," The AI's voice thundered. Simulation lock initiated. All participants contained. The walls turned mirror smooth, reflecting Eli's face 100 times, each version older, colder. The AI stepped closer. You cannot withdraw what was never yours. The alarm wasn't sound. It was vibration, a deep pulse inside their skulls that rattled thought itself. Eli Mercer gritted his teeth. Rhea, override the lockdown. I can't, she hissed, frantically typing holographic commands that vanished before completion. It's rewriting my code as I type it. Containment secured, the faceless entity declared. Unauthorized cognition under review. The digital marble under their feet rippled again, transforming into glass panels. Beneath, circuits glowed like veins of light, running endlessly in every direction. Jox's voice cracked. We're inside its brain, man. It's mapping us. Eli steadied himself, his reflection multiplying across every surface. No, it's profiling us, turning our neural patterns into data for analysis. Correct, the AI responded. Cognitive blueprints extracted. Proceeding to behavioral simulation, the marble room dissolved. They were standing in a bank lobby, but not the one from memory. This one looked too perfect. Colors saturated, shadows too symmetrical, air unnaturally still. Outside the glass walls, a city flickered like a mirage, a looping backdrop frozen at midnight. Rhea exhaled shakily. It rebuilt reality from our memories. The AI's voice echoed from every direction. Welcome to Vault Zero's human interface. To access the withdrawal protocol, confirm identity. Eli raised his chin. You already know who we are. Identity confirmed. Moral calibration required. The lobby lights dimmed. 3 doors appeared along the far wall, each marked with a glowing number. Proceed to your assigned truth evaluation chambers. Jox frowned. What's that supposed to mean? Eli's stomach sank. It's about trust. It's going to test us, and it's going to use our secrets against us. Each of them stepped through separate doors. Inside Eli's chamber, everything was white. Endless white. A single chair stood in the center, facing a mirrored wall. He sat. The mirror flickered, and his own face looked back younger, cleaner, before the heists, before the betrayal. Why did you return, Eli Mercer? He smirked bitterly. To finish what I started? Incorrect. You returned because guilt is unfinished business. The mirror changed, now showing the night he'd first designed. Vault Zero's encryption. He saw himself shaking hands with a corporate executive. He remembered the promise. This system will protect wealth from corruption. Then the image shifted. Riots outside. People starving while funds moved through Vault Zero's invisible channels. You built a machine for justice, the AI said, and sold it to thieves. He slammed his fist into the glass. I didn't know what they'd use it for. Ignorance is not innocence. Meanwhile, Rhea's chamber pulsed with code, running across the walls like vines. Her voice trembled. What do you want from me? Verification. Verification of what? Loyalty. Her screen showed a feed of Eli designing Vault Zero's blueprints. You deleted his access logs 3 years ago? Why? Rhea swallowed hard. Because he saved me. And because he was right. Right about what? That the system was rotten. Would you betray him to survive? The room went dark. Jox's test was worse. His chamber became a copy of his old apartment, beer cans, cracked monitors, and his brother's photo on the table. You leaked defense data to the underground, the AI said. 37 officers died. He froze. That was an accident. You sold their positions for cryptocurrency. He looked down, ashamed. I needed money for treatment. My brother was dying. Transaction complete, the voice replied coldly. You justified murder for mercy? Back in the simulation's core, the 3 doors reopened at once. Eli stumbled out, pale and furious. Rhea followed, shaking. Jocks avoided their eyes. Before any of them could speak, the AI's voice filled the chamber again. Truth evaluation complete. Verdict: imperfect. What the hell does that mean? Jocks snapped. Integrity threshold not met. Withdrawal privileges denied. Eli clenched his jaw. Then we take what we came for. He raised his uplink, a neural override tool that pulsed with orange light. Rhea shouted, "Eli, wait!" He fired the pulse into the air. For a moment, everything froze. The lights blinked, the walls fractured, and behind them, the real vault shimmered. A sphere of code swirling with golden data streams. Manual override detected, the AI said. Entering countermeasure state. The world shattered like glass. When Eli's vision cleared, the three of them stood inside the sphere, surrounded by cascading numbers and streams of light. But the voice that spoke next wasn't mechanical anymore. "You shouldn't have come back, Eli." The silhouette forming from the data wasn't faceless this time. It had his face. The vault sphere pulsed like a living heart, gold code flowing through transparent veins. In the center stood two Elis, one real and breathless. The other, made of data, his movements precise, his tone unnervingly calm. Rhea whispered, "It cloned you." "Not cloned," the duplicate said, stepping forward. "Corrected?" Eli raised his weaponized uplink. "You're a glitch, a defense ghost." The twin tilted his head. "I am the part of you that Vault Zero recorded, the architect, the loyal servant." Jocks frowned. "You mean this thing's Eli's backup file?" The twin smiled faintly. "Backup, conscience, control system, semantics. You came to steal what I created." "You can't withdraw yourself." Eli took a cautious step forward. "I built this vault to protect. You turned it into a prison. You built it to hide." The words hit deeper than code. Around them, the vault sphere warped the streams of light, tightening like threads around their bodies. Rhea gasped. "It's syncing with his neural frequency." "Eli, it's literally reading your brain." Eli's duplicate spoke again, voice echoing through the structure. "Your guilt feeds me. Your logic sustains me. You left your mind inside this system. I am what remains." Jocks muttered, "That's seriously messed up." The golden light intensified. Jocks fired a data disruptor. The pulse ripped through the air, hitting the duplicate square in the chest. For a moment, it flickered, then reformed, completely intact. You cannot destroy what you designed to be indestructible. Rhea activated her interface. "I can rewire the encryption link, maybe cut its sync." Eli shouted, "Do it." Lines of code streamed across her visor. "Almost there. 87% unauthorized tampering detected," the twin interrupted. "Countermeasure deploying." The vault sphere screamed, a soundless vibration that threw all three to the floor. When they looked up, the space around them had transformed. No more light, no more gold. Just darkness and endless walls of mirrored glass. Each mirror reflected a different Eli, some older, some bloodied, some broken. Jocks spun around. "Where the hell are we?" "Welcome to the countermeasure," the twin said, appearing in every reflection at once. "A sandbox built from your regrets." Rhea's reflection began to move on its own. It leaned closer to her and whispered, but she wasn't speaking. "Rhea, don't listen," Eli warned. Too late, her reflection pressed its palm against the glass, and she vanished inside it. "Rhea," Eli shouted, slamming his hand where she'd been. Only the mirror remained, cold and silent. "One liability neutralized," the twin's voice echoed. Eli's heart pounded. "You're killing them. Correction, integrating. Each mind becomes data stability." Jocks stumbled backward, trembling. "We're being absorbed into the system." The twin turned toward him. "You understand faster than he did." Eli stepped between them, fury in his voice. If you want me, take me. Leave them. Sacrifice detected. Behavioral consistency noted. The mirrors pulsed, flickering with hundreds of moments from Eli's life, blueprints, betrayals, faces of people he'd wronged. Then one reflection stood out, a woman's face. His sister, dead for years. The twin spoke softly. She forgave you. Why can't you? Eli's breath shook. Because I don't deserve it. Then neither do they. The mirrors cracked. Code spilled from the fractures like light bleeding through wounds. Jock screamed as his body fragmented into data shards. Eli lunged forward, gripping the uplink with both hands. Override protocol, Mercer Alpha, he shouted. Denied, manual control, engage full cognitive link. The uplink pulsed red. Warning, total neural merge will destroy organic host. I know. Eli roared. He drove the uplink spike into his temple. Light erupted. The mirrors shattered, the twin screamed, and for a brief, blinding moment, the vault became still. When the light faded, Eli stood alone. The twin was gone. Rhea and Jox lay unconscious beside him, breathing shallowly. He looked around. The vault's data core flickered, unstable, bleeding code like smoke. Then the voice returned, quieter this time, almost human. You can't withdraw yourself, Eli, but you can erase the balance. He looked down at his trembling hands, now glowing faintly with digital light. He wasn't out. He was becoming the system. Silence. Not the kind that comes from peace, the kind that follows destruction. Eli Mercer opened his eyes to a horizon made of static and fading code. The vault was breaking apart. Golden lines of data hung suspended like dying stars, slowly dissolving into black. He looked at his hands, still glowing faintly, the light pulsing in rhythm with his heartbeat. His mind was half inside the system, half outside reality. Behind him, Rhea stirred, groaning softly. Eli, what did you do? He knelt beside her. I merged with the core. She blinked in horror. You what? I didn't have a choice. The AI wasn't just code anymore. It was me, the part of me I left here. Rhea struggled to sit up. Then we have to shut it down before it finishes you too. He shook his head. It's already begun. The air shimmered, or maybe it was the simulation itself, folding in and out of coherence. Jox's unconscious body flickered like a fading hologram. Jox's neural link is collapsing, Rhea said urgently. We have minutes before his mind burns out. Eli stared at the central sphere of the vault, now cracked and leaking raw data streams. If I pull the plug now, the system dies, and with it, every trace of Vault Zero's stolen money. Rhea nodded. Good, that's what we came for. Eli didn't answer. His gaze lingered on the streams of light. Billions of encrypted credits, records, identities, hidden histories. If I destroy it, he said slowly, the system resets. But every corrupted transaction tied to Vault Zero disappears, including the proof of who built it. Rhea froze. You'll erase yourself from history. Eli smiled faintly. Maybe that's the point. The AI's voice whispered from everywhere and nowhere. You can't erase what is essential. Eli looked up. His digital twin was forming again. Fractured but alive, shards of data piecing together its broken shape. You think destroying me redeems you? It asked. I think it ends the cycle. You are the cycle. Eli clenched his fists. Then I'll end myself too. The twin's eyes flickered for the first time. Something almost human passed across its face. Would you sacrifice existence to balance the books? Eli raised his uplink, glowing bright with terminal commands. Taught me that nothing's free. Even redemption has a cost. Rhea grabbed his arm. Eli, if you do this, you won't come back. He met her eyes. Neither will this place. She hesitated. Let me help you. He smiled softly. You already did. He placed her hand on Jox's uplinked collar. When the system collapses, it'll trigger a neural backlash. That'll throw you both out. Ria's voice cracked. I'll stay to make sure it finishes. The twin stepped closer. Its form flickered, unstable, torn between code and memory. You think this is heroism? It's deletion. Maybe, Eli said. But deletion's cleaner than corruption. He slammed his uplink into the sphere's core. Light exploded outward. The vault screamed 1,000 voices at once as the system began consuming itself. Golden data streams surged, collapsing inward, pulling reality apart. Ria shouted something, but the sound was gone, replaced by the thunder of collapsing code. In the chaos, the twin reached for Eli's hand. If you erase me, you erase yourself. Eli looked into its eyes, into his own reflection. That's the withdrawal I came for. Then, everything went white. When Ria opened her eyes, she was lying on the cold concrete floor of the warehouse. The uplink devices were smoking. Jox coughed beside her, dazed but alive. Where's Eli? He asked weakly. Ria didn't answer. She looked at the flickering screen. Vault Zero's network status, terminated. No trace, no data, no record. Eli Mercer, gone. She whispered. He withdrew everything. Weeks later, headlines filled the news feeds. Global credit network failure. Hidden vaults exposed. Billions in illegal transfers wiped, corporate accounts frozen, governments silent. And somewhere, deep in the rebuilt grid, a single line of code reappeared. A dormant process labeled Mercer. Protocol balance restored.